Today, we're cozying up our outdoor living space by bringing some of our houseplants outside.
We're also going to give you a big pot update and show you how we fertilize. Welcome to our garden here in upstate New York, Zone 6A. The season is changing. It has been a cool spring and we're starting to end spring, definitely getting some of those summer feeling temperatures, especially today. It's a little humid. As you can see, our big pots are really starting to thicken up. So we're going to give you a little more in-depth look at that update and then do some fertilizing at the end. And as you can see, our hanging baskets are looking so good. But below the hanging baskets, Eric, check out this bland space, right? It's not looking so hot and the great pollinating has started. We have a lot of poplar cottonwood trees, so everything has a little bit of a white fuzz.
I'm just waving to myself in the reflection behind you.
Oh, there he is. Hi. So what we're going to be doing is bringing the inside out. We're going to show you some of the houseplants that we successfully overwintered, show you how they're doing, show you where we're placing them, and then we're going to do some refreshing on the textiles on the couches.
Yes, and we have our little hanging baskets to hang up on the vinyl siding, which is really cool. So we're excited to show you that.
So first up, we are going to do some leaf blowing because our big leaf blower has turbo mode and we're going to blow out as much of this fuzziness as we can. And then I think we'll bring out some plants and show you what we've got. All right, so we've upgraded some of our, what do you call these? The handheld outdoor tools?
Yes, our battery operated tools.
Right, we had some regular ones, but we've gone with the ones that have the 60 volt batteries on them instead of the 20 volt. And this DeWalt has turbo on it, which cracks me up. And also, everybody out there who has a good blow dryer knows you need a concentrator, and I'm very comfortable with this concentrator.
I don't know where to stand, Christopher, without getting covered in dirt. Where should I stand?
Just stand right there.
Okay. Done. Oh, you missed a spot. Just kidding.
I'm really proud of this plant. This is a colorful Calathea orbifolia. I have one at work too. I love this plant. It has the big round leaves with the really pretty green margins on it. This was on our terrace last year and I actually divided it and it looked terrible. But it started to come back a few weeks ago and it put out all this beautiful growth. So we gave it a new pot and this is going to be part of the Under the Terrace collection for the year.
Not under the terrace, but still overwintered, which I'm really proud of, is the night owl mongave. Now, mongaves are in the perennial line from Frugal Winters from Walter's Gardens, and they are not hardy in our zone. So we reached out for clarification as to how to overwinter it, keep it dry over the winter and make sure it gets light. It's going to lose its color and all that stuff, which it did. And it looked over the winter, but it lived. And we've put it outside, given it a little, acclimated it to the light, hardened it off again. It has deepened up into its rich purple. Yeah. We've up-potted it, and now it is ready to enjoy the terrace for the season.
This big guy just got a very needed up-potting. When we pulled this out of the pot from last year, this jungle cat alocasia was root-bound. This has lived in the office after it lived on the terrace last summer, and it does have some little babies coming down here, and actually there's 2 or 3 more stalks. We did put it on a stake because it's top heavy.
And we have very windy here.
Yeah, so this is going to be going tucked into the corner, and I'm excited to see it get a little darker green again. It did really well all winter, and it just started to kind of mute.
Yeah, I think it needed an upgrade, even though we did have it under a grow light for the whole season.
And it did very well. It just recently started to say, hey, give me a little more something.
Yeah. Next, this was not out last year. This one we acquired over the winter, and I'm talking about it like I know what it is, and I don't. So I'm just going to let Christopher explain it to you.
This is an Art Deco Riviera something. Oh my goodness, I'm not even going to try. I know.
Put it on the screen.
Is it drop tongue? It might be drop tongue. It might be, it's not Dieffenbachia. It's really beautiful, and I bought it at the store, and we've had it inside knowing it was coming out this year. It's got tons of new growth, and I love that they come out with these little skinny leaves, and they just unfurl.
Yep, there's one right there.
Oh, yeah, there's one. Really beautiful, that one. And then it just unfurls into this gorgeous, very Art Deco-y kind of leaf. So that's gonna also be one of the steps in this little grouping. And the last thing in the group is this philodendron, and it is Rip Curl, I believe is the name. It's a hairy philodendron, so you can see it's got little hairs all over it. It did well. This is another thing we picked up over the winter. And the new leaves, I bet you, are gonna come out much bigger than this little one did from being inside.
And then our last little one is we're going to do a grouping of 3 of these prismatic pink philodendron.
Yep, that's the Pink Princess.
Pink Princess. And I think it's a great way because, you know, our color scheme for the pots on the terrace this year was pink and purple, classic.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a great way as these put out their pink variegation to bring that pink onto the coffee table.
Yes, and then this one, I saved the tag because we just picked these up. These are Living Lace Sword Dance. They are a staghorn fern, kind of fern, but also these are all leaf joy plants, so that's what their common names are coming from. Like the Sword Dance is part of that collection. These are going to be hanging up on the wall the way that we had the Living Lace Divana fern last year.
Yes, which got too big to put back up on the wall this year, so those are up like in the bathroom and stuff.
Yeah, they look really good too. So these are going to be hanging on the wall, and we have 5 of them that we're going to show you what we do with right now.
Let's do it. So we're starting with these 3 because this is the simplest placement we're doing. We're literally just doing a gorgeous little trio right here on the coffee table. Now these will get morning sun. They'll be absolutely protected from the elements. They won't get any rain. They won't get any wind. They'll just sit here looking pretty and pink all season long. Now I freshly watered them, so they might look a little bedraggled. But I think just a trio of the same thing all lined up on this coffee table is exactly what this spot needs.
It really does. Can I just get a close-up here? Look at the pink variegation on that leaf. This Pink Princess with that really dark red stem. This is gonna be great here.
And I love the brown terracotta because it blends in with this coffee table.
Yeah, we've done very well with the brown terracotta, and it ages nicely too.
It sure does. So next, we're gonna do a trio or maybe a quartet on this table over here. I'm not sure.
Let's see what it looks like.
And you may have noticed we have rearranged the furniture this season. Last season, we had the sofa underneath the hanging baskets, but that made it harder to water the hanging baskets. And then when we watered them, it just poured onto the sofa. So that wasn't a good idea. So we're trying this arrangement this year, and I already like it much, much better.
Same.
In the back corner, I know this is going there. Did we get a...
we do have the saucers on that little stack of saucers.
It's the bottom one, I'm assuming, because it's the
biggest.
Bottom
one, yep.
Okay. So we have, this is definitely going. Oh, that's heavier than one hand.
It was so root bound, Eric. At the bottom, it was white with roots.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be so happy.
Thinking that for now.
Okay, we'll start with that.
Maybe. You can see we have hooks placed already, but we're going to hang the hanging baskets last because they're going to fill those visual gaps. So those might move, those hooks. And then...
let's just call that one Art Deco.
Then it's going to come Art Deco. And Art Deco is going to be our medium height that's going to bridge the gap right here. See how we're going to have steps?
Yep.
That are going to bring your eye from high to mid. I'm already really liking that. Now we're going to have a mid-mid with the orbifolia.
Which does get 3 feet tall and wide. The one that I have at work is actually grown real big.
Right here. I mean, this actually might be it. It might just be this trio. That's kind of perfect right there,
Really
right?
gorgeous leaf textures mixed
Yeah,
together.
and it gives everybody room to shine. That might be it. I don't know if we need the 4th one.
I think that might be it. Could you give the jungle cat a little bit of a spin? It's leaned away just the tiniest bit. Oh, there we go. That looks better. Now it's showing off at the kind of zebra stalks.
I think that's why that's called jungle cat, because of that right there. Yeah. That's really cool. If you remember last summer, this was on our coffee table as one of the little plants.
And it was in this size pot too, actually. So you can see it really got a big jump this year.
I think that trio is great. I don't think we need to add the hairy philodendron.
You know, sometimes when you're gardening with two people, one person says, "Are you sure about that one?" I loved it. Eric is not a fan of the hairy.
I've been asking him if he's sure about it this whole season.
Okay, what if we had a tiny table just to the right of this armchair right behind you? Like right in there. What if we had a table with it on there?
Oh, we forgot to mention this one.
Oh, chandelier happiness banyan tree. It's a kind of ficus.
I don't think so, because I think the inclination is going to be to turn to look at the garden.
And we're gonna smash anything.
And I just think that'd be too much. But you know what? Let's place it here and just double check.
Let's see if we like it.
Make sure.
I mean, I'll be honest, we like it. We love it, in fact.
I mean, it works. Do you want to just leave it and see if it's... Actually, I like it. Let's do it.
Okay, well, why don't I start with this one, because it's...
That's definitely going to be going there for sure to fill in that visual gap. And it's going to have to slide to the left 4 inches, I bet.
How's that?
Try it.
These hooks that we're placing them on, they are vinyl siding hooks. They have a thing that goes right up and under, so you put it in under the seam. They don't take a ton of weight, but they certainly take this amount of weight, which has been very successful. I think we always have that link in on the Amazon store.
Yeah. What was that one called? Chandelier or something?
Chandelier happiness banyan tree.
Just rolls off the tongue.
It rolls right off the tongue. It is a kind of ficus. Okay.
All right. I like that.
Wait, just imagine them with a more floof.
Yeah, they'll floof out.
Okay.
See, now I'm going to step back so we can kind of get the idea of the direction we're going.
It already feels better.
I think those hooks where they are could be correct.
All right.
Same as last year, but let's keep going. What are these again?
This is called sword dance fern. It's like a staghorn fern.
But it dances.
But it will dance for us.
It's like Arya from Game of Thrones. She dances with a sword.
That's exactly what it is.
Arya. I think I like it.
Is it good there, or should it be tightened up?
I think all of those could move a tiny bit to the right. I think so. I'm curious if we put...
Do you want a second one up?
That's what I'm
over
wondering.
there? That's kind of like, so this one would go over there.
You would take that one away?
I would take that one away and put it higher here.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
We could get this chandelier bright lights thing on a little table.
Chandelier happiness banyan tree. I've been practicing. Well, why don't we put it on the table it was on last year?
Yeah, we could do that.
See if we like that height.
And that'll fill that gap. And now I'm just wondering if those should be reversed.
Does that feel better to you, or?
Yeah, I like that a lot better.
I do too. Maybe at the tiniest bit over.
Yep. So let's get that little table and put it underneath this chandelier.
Go ahead. You got this.
Banyan tree.
Banyan, but what kind of chandelier banyan tree?
I don't know.
Think big smiles.
Smiling banyan tree.
Happiness.
Happiness. It's a chandelier happiness banyan tree.
Okay, so here's this little metal table that we got. We'll take... Oh, God, So these little rocks on top, we had this inside, and unfortunately...
Freya wanted to use it as a litter box, so that was what we used as a deterrent.
Yeah, some shiny rocks. It worked.
And this is just a little table we got off Wayfair. Very affordable.
We've had that for a long time.
Very handy. Recently got a touch-up with some spray. But this will give it some height. And then it'll fill that gap. Yeah, totally.
And this is actually where it lived last year and did very well. I think it grew last year. It was this high last year, I think.
I believe that was also on our coffee table last year. That's how much it's grown.
Was it?
Maybe.
All right. We're giving this seating area a little summer refresh, something cozy, comfortable, and very pulled together.
These pillows are brand new to us this year, and we found them on Wayfair. They're outdoor friendly and they hold up really well to the elements. They just bring that extra layer of comfort and color to the space. They're by Amber Lewis for Leloy, and the whole collection is stunning and really versatile.
We also picked up a few more of these beautiful metal orbs and tucked them here into our big planters. They're called the Scurlock Metal Obelisk Trellis by Wilden Home. Just a little detail that makes this space feel a bit more personal, and it's available in 2 sizes. This is the 21.5-inch wide size, and it also comes in a smaller 15.5-inch wide size.
If you're thinking of updating your outdoor space, now is a great time. Wayfair's big summer sale is happening now with up to 50% off select items.
And most items ship fast and free over $35, so you can pick up a few outdoor refreshes for your own home with little fuss. We need to put some pillows in this area here. We've got our houseplants looking gorgeous, so let's do this area. We have some more pillows from this Amber Lewis by Leloy collection. Look at how good these two are.
I do really like them. They're neutral, but they've got texture.
And I love this rope one. Eric had found this. What are we calling this? Damask? What?
I call it damask, but only because of the musical Sweeney Todd. And in the song Greenfinch and Linnet Bird, that is what she sings. She says damask and dark.
Damask and, okay, there we go.
But I don't know actually how it's pronounced.
But then we also mixed in this, which is kind of a light damask and not dark. And then this one, which has a little diamondy pattern on it. Wait, where's the rest?
Oh, I put them out here because some of them are going down by the fire pit.
Right, very simple, kind of linen look with the nice simple stripe detail. And then we have this kind of wild card number.
I like it.
Let's see what happens. I know what's going on. The 2 armchairs.
What's going on in the 2 armchairs?
The 2 armchairs we had planned for. Was it this? I think it was this.
Was it that?
I'm pretty sure.
The scale seems off. I don't know. Let's keep playing.
We'll keep going.
Well, we know the big ones are going on the couch.
Yes, the big one goes here. Oh, I like this color next to the Art Deco. I like this one here.
Oop, let me zoom in a bit.
Those are the 2 big ones. And then...
This is telling me it's upside down right now. Is it upside down? I don't know. But in my mind it is.
And then this was the original plan, was this guy. Which I like this. It's kind of nice. They kind of have a soft rose gray happening, and then it was that. And then I believe we did this and this to create that collection.
So there's some cohesion happening.
And then we were doing matching for this, and then we need another one with the stripes to go behind it.
I don't think, were the chairs meant to match?
They don't have to match.
Try that checkered one behind that on there and see if that's too much visually.
Is that too much?
I mean, it's not too much for me visually. I love that combo, actually.
No, I think this is it. So it's obviously subtle. We're not, revolutionizing vivid color, but I think all of them are playing well together.
And that's just it. You just gotta stay in the same tone family. And then, obviously they're gonna get moved and adjusted as people sit and enjoy themselves.
Right. This, I actually really like this combination.
I do too.
And then of course we have this little grouping out here with more of the rope detail and the darker damask.
And then these are going on the chairs.
Oh yeah. Well, we have 4 of them and we have 6 chairs. Is that okay? Or do I have to order more?
I don't know. I guess it'll depend on how. Some people don't want a pillow on their chair. But I think it gives a nice little mid-back support.
Well, that...
Yeah, and then just skip that one and do those 2.
Okay. This makes me really happy already.
I love it. Next is...
Containers.
Before we show you how we fertilize our annuals in our pots, I wanted to do a little reminder walkthrough and give you an update on how everything's doing. Down here, we have our lemon coral sedum in one of our head planters. Really easy, low maintenance annual for us. This is an agapanthus. You might remember Christopher found it at the Gardener Supply in Vermont when we were there in March. It went through a rough spell acclimating to the outside, but it looks like it's pushing a ton of new growth.
Which I'm so happy about.
Lavender Lady Mongave, which we absolutely love the color of. Last year we had Thunderbird, and it did very well. It even overwintered for us, but then it bloomed, and after Mongaves bloom, they die. So we have replaced it with Lavender Lady. In one of our Karima planters, this might be one of my favorite planters of all time. Of course, we have our gorgeous orb. Center plant is a Catalpa, which is a shrub. It's El Nino Catalpa, a new introduction from Proven Winners Color Choice Shrubs. Highly fragrant purple flowers, and that's why we put it as the centerpiece, so we could enjoy that fragrance throughout the season. And surrounding it, another highly fragrant annual is this pink Aromance Nemesia. We have this begonia right here. This is Double Delight Blush Begonia, Double Twilight Superbell, Plum Dandy Alternanthera, Pink Picotee Stratosphere Gara. And that is the combination we've gone with in this planter, and I am in love with it.
It is filling
You
quickly.
can see, yeah, it's put on a lot of growth already. And that brings us over to this, our centerpiece, extra large Karima planter with an Essex obelisk in the center. Climbing on it is a Jolly Good Clematis, and we purposely took out one of the rungs to make the trellis shorter so that the Jolly Good Clematis could just tumble, because I just think that's so fun.
It's so cottage.
Yeah, and then in the center underneath here is, all budded up, Rise Up Lilac Days Rose.
I see color on buds.
That's amazing. And then we have Meteor Shower Verbena as kind of another layer down. And then we're repeating the Double Delight Blush Begonia and the Plum Dandy Alternanthera. But we have Pink Cashmere Superbena. Oh, here's a flower back here.
I got one right in my hand.
You found one? Good. And then out of bloom right now, but it's getting ready to push a whole nother round. Oh, here's some. Is Bluebird Nemesia.
Really
Not
pretty.
as fragrant as the pink one, but it's still fragrant. Christopher, look in here. Look what I found.
Did you find it? We have our first rose.
Rise Up Lilac Days.
Really beautiful.
Really nice. And then this container, honestly, this is a new for 2026 annual. Come over here, Christopher. This one is insane. This is it's Magic Double Delight Grapefruit.
I believe that's
Super Bells. Look at that. I didn't realize there was going to be so much yellow in it, but I don't mind.
I believe the magic is that they change color when I was trying to look it up, but it is thick.
It's gorgeous.
Laden with color.
Yeah, more Double Delight Blush. But then we have this other newer one. This is like Space Age Black Hole Begonia. Pretty. This is more Meteor Shower. This is a part sun container, so this Meteor Shower is a little behind the other one, but Meteor Shower can, it says on the tag, handle part sun. This is a new Lobelia. We've never grown Lobelia in containers, but actually at all, really, and it's doing very well for
Laguna
us.
Royale Lilac,
Mm-hmm.
new for 2026.
And then the center is, of course, the Pung Kill Japanese Maple. Another, I keep saying they're all my favorite, but come over here, Christopher. Kimberly Queen Fern in the center. Another obelisk, and I love these obelisks. I think the price point is super reasonable, and they add so much structure to what otherwise would be a too floofy container, in my opinion. But this Kimberly Queen Fern is underplanted with Pink Chablis Lamium, Apple Blossom Double Delight Impatience.
Rocapoco
It is
Apple Blossom.
Rocapoco?
But it isn't.
Rocapoco?
Yep, and an Impatience.
It is an Impatience. And then we have the Large Wave Violet Terrenia, and one little accent over here, which I'm not wowed with how it's performing, but I'm wowed with the leaf. This is Shadow Storm Ipomea, which is a sweet potato vine. It's new for 2026. It seems to be a little bit of a baby in the sun. This corner right here gets full sun from like maybe 4 p.m. on. And this sweet potato vine, shockingly, doesn't really seem to like it, but I'm hoping it gets rooted in and then it performs really, really well. But come over here, a little more repetition in our hanging baskets, which I adore. Again, we did buy these on Wayfair and I spray painted them black. Very same combination as the container we were just at, with a fern in the center and the Rocapoco apple blossom impatiens, and the large violet wave Terrenia. Pink Chablis Lamium flowering here. We put these on 360 hooks so we can rotate through them. So those repeat. And then, last but not least, in this corner, we have our palm, and then the same 3 annuals underneath. The Impatiens, the Terrenia, and the Lamium.
So we're gonna do some feeding now and keep these plants looking lush. This is a 2-gallon Hawes watering can. We usually only use watering cans for fertilizing on the terrace because when we use the hose sprayer that we're gonna be using for in-ground stuff, it can get messy and all over the place. So this, we have always done 1 scoop to a gallon, but I'm just gonna double check really quick. It's 1 tablespoon with 1 gallon. I usually just do 1 scoop, which I think these are tablespoons.
Sure.
I'm assuming.
I just do 2 scoops, honestly.
Yeah, I'll do.
It's a gentle feed. I feel like you can't really, I mean, you can overdo it. But.
You can overdo it, but this one's really good. And of course it has the, it has chelated iron in it. Also, this hose has been out in the sun, so it's boiling hot water. So that's fun.
One of the things that we learned that's really interesting about the Proven Winners water-soluble fertilizer is it's better to fertilize more often with it at a more diluted ratio than it is to fertilize once a week at a higher ratio. It's better to give them lots of little snacks instead of giant meals.
I think that applies to me too. I should always have lots of little snacks. Wait, is it kind of like the charcuterie board style of fertilizing?
Yes, we're doing charcuterie style fertilizing. Lots of little snacks as often as we'd like.
And we do have these containers on drip irrigation. So they're once a day getting a decent amount of water. And then this is probably going to be a twice a week event for us because last year we did not participate very strongly in our fertilizing game. And this year we decided that we want to get these plants working. We're going to put them to work. And that's going to involve lots of charcuterie.
And so you put that fertilizer in, you spray the water on top, and it doesn't foam up like other fertilizers.
No foam at all.
And it just kind of mixes itself.
I love this watering can because it has the long, graceful, whatchamacallit.
Yeah, and look how it distributes. That rose is just distributing that water so gently, and we want to avoid as much foliage as possible, but it's not going to kill the plants.
Right, like I'm trying to get low if I can, but if I can't, they're fine. I'm probably going to do the 2 larges with 1 container. So they're each getting roughly a gallon, I would say. Put lots in here next to that wimpy sweet potato vine.
And we can see it's been raining so much. There's still water on our terrace, but we have a few days of reprieve from the rain. That Lamium is so awesome. And what's great about it too is we can just pop it in the ground. It's hardy in our zone. I think it's hardy down to zone 5.
I think so. It does spread itself a bit in the ground, which we welcome. Our east side has quite a lot of it. But I think that these that we have are going to be going on the berm under some of our plants that have gotten larger, and they'll just spread around and thrive. Let me go.
Let's mix up another round.
Get some more.
Also, while you're mixing, I'm going to show them these Pascal urns.
Oh, with their new additions.
We had switched out the pansies for some super bells, some more double twilight, some smitten kitten pink.
Smitten pink, which was my favorite, but I think magic grapefruit's my new one.
And then regular pink. And then this is
double blue.
Double blue. And then this is the cascading hydrangea fairy trail green.
It is stunning.
I love those fairy trail
It's really pretty.
We've got our strawberries in flower. It's coming along.
What's really amazing, there was a lot of plants this year. We put a lot of stuff in the ground. We are down to a handful of annuals and 2 selections of seedlings that I grew from seed. We have Eryngium, called Blue Glitter, and Gomphrena. And we've been kind of waiting to see where we needed to fill things. So we have a place for them now. And then we also have a place for our last annuals.
And this is for the extra large.
This
and
is the
Kung,
extra large.
Kung Kill. Our neighbor's mowing his lawn, which reminds me I'm desperate to mow our lawn. It's been so rainy that the lawn is taking off. A lot of people ask what we do for our lawn to make it so green and lush, and the honest answer is we just have so much rain.
We do.
And we make sure to run the sprinkler when we don't, and we also have a fertilizer service that comes and does fertilizer, I think, 4 times a season.
4 times a season.
So it's nothing too crazy. I think we're just luck out in our climate. Oh, look at the Empress hostas are starting to put blooms
Oh, they're
out.
going to put blooms out?
Yep.
I can't believe
The hummingbirds will love
how
that.
look how tall they are.
Yeah.
Success. I think this area is going to be so much fun to enjoy in the afternoon, in the evening. I actually find myself having coffee out here quite a bit. We are very excited that the addition of these Scurlock orbs, I think they said Wind and Home was the company, are looking so great in the baskets, and they're all happy and fertilized. These Amber Lewis by Laloy pillows are really good.
So
And
just
then-
review the plant names for us quick, because we all need it again.
All right,
including
let's
me
do it.
especially.
Okay, we have the Prismacolor Pink Princess Philodendron with beautiful pink irrigation. Chandelier Happiness Banyan Tree. Now you got me saying it wrong. We've got the Majesty Palm underplanted with the lovely annuals. Sword Dance Fern hanging on the wall. We have the Jungle Cat Alocasia, the Art Deco Riviera
Something.
plant. We have the colorful Calathea, and this is the Emerald Rip Curl Hairy Philodendron. Big success. I think this was a good one.
That was a really fun way to brighten up our outdoor space for the season. For more information on our garden, please visit growformegardening.com. Again, I'm Eric.
And I'm Christopher.
And we're Grow For Me Gardening.
Thanks for growing with us.